Today on Internet Marketing Pro, we have a special guest. His name is Ryan Steinolfson, and we are going to discuss the importance of your business's reputation management. Broadcasting from the great mountaintops of western North Carolina, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be across the nation and around the world. I'm your host, Chad Deckard, and welcome to our Internet Marketing Pro and EzineGenerator.com podcast show. Our shows will cover how to grow your business, as well as topics on tips, tricks, and techniques, digital lifestyles, entrepreneurism, and preeminent professional internet marketers. Thank you for tuning into our show as we begin this adventure together, exploring many great things to come. Now, let's cover a quick few announcements before we dive into this show. Did you know that you can take this show with you wherever you go on your mobile device? Well, you can. You can do so by subscribing to the show through YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Smart Radio, Zune, and other syndicates in the description of this recording. If you like our show and you find it resourceful, please do your social network a favor and share, like, post, or leave a comment to our show. Also, be sure to visit EzineGenerator.com and become a free community member to get exclusive access to thousands of quality marketing resources at your fingertips. And one last note that I'd like to make is that today is the first time that a show for Internet Marketing Pro has also been done with Google Hangouts. So I highly recommend that you go to Chad Deckard, and that's ChadDeckard YouTube channel, and look for Internet Marketing Pro and find the Google Hangout in the playlist for Internet Marketing Pro, and you will be able to see Ryan's slides and presentation to its fullest extent. Now, let's get down to business.
Well, hello and welcome. We have a special guest here this week on Internet Marketing Pro. We have Ryan Steinolfson. Did I say that right, Ryan?
You got it.
Well, Ryan, I met several years ago, actually, at a party on the beach. Remember that?
Yeah.
I forget whose party that was, but it was an awesome party. And we had some interesting conversations at the party, and I know we were like-minded as far as internet marketing is concerned. I think we were talking a lot about video at the time and syndication, and from that point, you obviously have gone out and you started a new, well, it's not really new, but you've always had Accelerated Marketing, which is your company, or accelerateyourmarketing.com, and you've come up with a new application, I believe, that deals with reputation management. You now have become sort of a specialist now over the last few years. And I've invited you on this program because we've never covered this subject matter, and more, you know, every day as I speak to clients and listeners and people out, you know, across the country and the world, people don't realize the importance of reputation management and what it means to their business, and how that maintaining that reputation means a lot, because people today are using, you know, applications like Yelp and other types of online programs to be able to find out who's got the best product or service. So how about you go ahead, Ryan? You've got a presentation to kind of give the listeners a full view of what reputation is all about and some of the services and things that you can do for them. So also, I want to make the listeners aware that this is actually the first time that I am actually using a Google Hangout and recording a visual program. So I invite you to go to YouTube, find this video on my channel, and you can watch this presentation of Ryan and I and Ryan's slides. So go ahead. The floor is yours, Ryan. Thank you for being on the show.
All right. Hey, thank you, Chad, for having me. And yeah, I remember us meeting years ago, and then we went to Panera Bread and had a little bit more of a kind of a mastermind session after we first initially met. But yeah, just so you know, and I'm gonna go back to just not sharing my screen anymore. But so just a little bit about my company. We Accelerate Marketing is a San Diego-based company. We specialize in basically just getting the phone to ring for our customers. So that's our main objective. That's our mission. And what we do is we do that by doing various strategies, proven marketing strategies like reputation management, local optimization, SEO, pay-per-click, bottom line is every customer is a little bit different in terms of what might work best for them. So, just to give you a little example of a client that we just took on the other day, we had a guy that came to us and he had everything else was working great, except he had a great website, everything else, but he just had a bad reputation, like a 3-star reputation. He was a dentist, and so his phone wasn't ringing. He was getting the lead generation, but they weren't converting into new customers because they were seeing his bad reputation online. We fixed that reputation. We improved it by about 1 star to about a 4.5 star reputation, and now his phone's ringing again. So that's just an example of the kind of a customer that we've helped in just here recently, and how we work. Now, our company has grown significantly since we've taken on this new expertise of reputation management and marketing, and we've actually grown by almost 700% in the past 18 months. So it's just exploded. I've hired 6 new people here in the past 7 months, and we're based out of here in San Diego. We're loving it. Now, I wanted to let you know I do have a little presentation that I can go through, and it has to do with reputation management and marketing. It's very succinct. It's very simple. I'm going to show my screen here. The gist of what's going on today is that there's a lot of people that are looking for businesses online, obviously, and hopefully you can see my screen, right, Chad?
I certainly can.
Okay, great. So we've been featured on the Miami Herald and CBS Market Watch for some of the stuff that I'm going to share with you today. Every day, people are looking online for your services. Whether you're a dentist, you're an appliance repair person, you're a locksmith, people are looking to see. They're looking to see what the best business is online, and they're specifically typing in their keywords to the tune of 2,400 times a month, 2,900 times a month. The question is are they finding your services? Even further than that, though, a better question is would you buy a product or service once you find somebody online or offline, for that matter, that has bad ratings and reviews? And even further, I guess a deeper question would be 2 products are identical. One has 10 good reviews, the other one has 3 reviews and 1 bad. Which one would you buy? So the point we're trying to make here is that really every business is just 1 bad review away from potentially having a bad reputation. So you want to manage this process as much as you possibly can. And we do that in our business just like we recommend our clients to do. I've built effectively a reputation marketing and management culture in my business, and I'll give you a little bit of an insight into how we do that at Accelerate Marketing. But before that, I want to just go through these slides and show you really that this is really one of the most important ways that you can market your business. Obviously, we're probably a little bit biased here at Accelerate Marketing that this is the most important type of marketing, because every other type of marketing really points to your reputation. Whether somebody finds you on the internet, whether they find you on a billboard or even a TV ad or a radio spot, bottom line, Chad, is the person is going to go and they're going to look online probably 7 times out of 10, and whether that's on their smartphone, their mobile phone, or their computer, whatever, and they're going to do a secondary search to find out what your reputation is, and that's going to determine if they call you. So really, the online marketing game has changed, and the beauty is that your competition most likely doesn't even know about it. So game changer number 1 is that if you type in any company name plus their city, it reveals that company's reputation. So this is an example of what we're talking about. If you type in, here's a dentist, for example, in Charleston. When you type in his business name, which is his name plus his city, this is what shows up. And I'll just show you a live example of this by going to Google here, and here's a slide of our. Here's us streaming live to the events page. Yeah, Google Hangouts are pretty amazing. So let me just show you here. Let's go to Accelerate Marketing, San Diego, and then if you type in the word reviews, you'll notice here. Let me just copy this. I'll paste it right here. Okay, so you'll notice. Let me just type this in. ACC Accelerate Marketing, San Diego. And then you'll notice that the word reviews actually is going to be suggested by Google. So it's suggesting this word, which is proof positive that people are typing these words in on a regular basis in order to find out what my business's reputation is. So this is proof positive that people are typing in those kind of words to see what people are saying about our business and every business for that matter. So you can see here, here's our Google Plus page. Here's the Google Plus page for San Diego. So you can see here that we've got a 5-star reputation, and we've got 7 reviews for San Diego. So you can see here, if I click on this, you can see our reviews here, and we've got actually more than 7 reviews. We've got like 15. Sometimes Google will take certain reviews down. You can see it's funny how sometimes they'll say I've got 7, sometimes we've got 15. But bottom line is that this is what you want to manage. You want to manage what people see when they go here and they see all these various directories that have your reviews on them. So you can see here's Yelp, here's Google Plus, here's Google Plus, here's Facebook. So you want to manage what people are seeing here, and you can even see that there's yellow pages, etc. So this is what people are seeing when they type in your business name plus your city, and you want to do that yourself as a business owner to see what people are actually experiencing when they actually type that in. So that's the first thing you want to do. So this is one of the big changes in the online community is that, again, any company name plus your city reveals a reputation. Game changer number 2 is that customer reviews are a major factor in almost every type of marketing. Whether you're doing pay-per-click, whether you're doing local optimization, your reviews will show up in the search results. So you can see that the stars actually show up here. They'll actually show up down here in your Google Plus local listing. They'll show up with your website. They'll show up in your organic rankings. Anywhere and everywhere that you are being found online, your reputation will show up with it. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out here is that you'll notice here that there's actually a business, there's actually a website here for this business, and you can see also that their reviews and their Google Plus page are actually merged with.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
So what's happened is Google has actually merged the business with the actual Google Plus page, and more importantly, with their reputation. So this is something that's changed, and it's very significant. So they're merged together; they're inseparable. It's very important for you to make sure that that's why it's important that you're managing this process, because those two things are melded together, and whenever anybody finds your website on the map, they're going to see your reputation front and center. Game changer number 3, SEO, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. So step number 1 is to create a 5-star reputation. Step number 2 is to market your products or services with that reputation by making sure that those reviews are on your website, making sure that those reviews are on your social media, because really a review is not much different than a referral. A referral is made between one person and another person. What a review is really a referral that's been made to the world. So it's imperative that you take those reviews and you make the world aware of those reviews, because a review or a testimonial is only as good as the number of people that see it. So you want to leverage the tools that are available to you today through social media and other ways of getting your message out there to the marketplace. You want to make sure that you're leveraging those to get those reviews out there in front of as many people, so that you are leading with what we call and what's called social proof. Social proof is one of the most powerful psychological triggers that you can engage somebody with, and when you use social proof, you're really triggering that person to want to do business with you. It's one of the most powerful psychological triggers that you can use. So the game changer number 4 is that reviews send you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers, because buyers trust reviews as much as a personal recommendation. This has been found out by Miles Anderson at Bright Local, he found that 72% of buyers trust reviews as much as a personal recommendation. This is a study that was done by Bright Local, and there was another study that was done by Nielsen in Q3 of 2011 that found that those recommendations from people that they know were trusted at 92%. Consumers posted online were almost neck and neck with, in terms of trust factor, with those recommendations from people from other people. So what this is saying is that really the trust factor is through the roof in regards to these consumer opinions posted online, and they're even trusted more than, for example, an editorial front page article on the Wall Street Journal, the Miami Herald, etc. Even trusted more than your branded website that maybe you spent thousands of dollars on, or that email list that you send out to every quarter or so, or month, or even trusted more than ads on TV at only trusted at only 47%. So that's why this is such a significant part of our marketing strategy and all the businesses that we do business with. It's really a very important part of their strategy, because what good does it do our clients if we get them a front page listing on Google or a top listing on Google, but yet they have a maybe a 1, 2, or 3-star reputation? It's doing them no good at all. So that's why we build that reputation first, and then we market their business with that reputation. So reputation marketing is the other thing that we really want our clients to understand is that consumers actually look up an average of 10 reviews before making a decision. And 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. So it's really important that you get to kind of that magic number of 10 reviews before you want to get to at least 10 reviews, because this is what we're looking for. We're looking for that number of reviews that people look up before they make a decision, and we want your business to be trusted, because that's obviously a major factor in getting somebody to pick up the phone and call you. So what is reputation marketing? Positioning yourself as the market leader in front of thousands of buyers with a 5-star reputation. The question is do you know your reputation online? We actually have a proprietary strategy that we've developed where you can go and pull up your reputation, what we call a reputation report. It gives you an instantaneous idea of where you stand with your reputation currently. So if you have negative reviews online, what this report will do is with your phone number, all you do is you put your phone number in the system, and it will actually pull back all the reviews out there about your business. So it'll go and scrape about 30 different directories out there, and it'll pull back all the negative reviews that you have, and it will look to see if you're found on those directories. So it'll give you an idea of not only what your reputation is right now, but it'll also give you an idea of whether or not people are actually able to find you on those directories in order to even do business with you. So this is, you go to yourrepreport.com in order to generate that. So it's yourrep, R-E-P, report.com. That's where you can go to download that. And so far, are there any questions, Chad? Because the next part of my presentation is really what I would do in order to build a reputation for a business. So before I go into that, I just wanted to see if there's any questions and kind of check in.
You know, I don't. I kind of like the fact that you're going through this. It's very informative. I can definitely see the audience getting a lot of goodness out of this as far as the information is concerned. I don't want to kind of ruin your flow. I think what I'm doing is I'm going to hold back the dam with the questions until the very end and just let you kind of flow through it, and then we can kind of go into a conversation about those questions.
Okay, great. Right. Okay, sounds good. And the 4 types of reputations that are out there are, obviously there's bad, none, a good reputation, and then a 5-star. So the one that we're really shooting for, obviously, is the 5-star reputation, because if you have no reputation, then people are going to make their own conclusions about your business. So it's really important to make sure that you're building your reputation and you're building it to be as close to a 5-star reputation as possible. The strategy is number 1, to develop a 5-star reputation. Number 2 is market it, manage your reputation by responding to reviews, making sure that Whenever anybody leaves a review on any of the directories, you respond to those reviews, whether they're positive or negative. I've experienced personally a situation where a colleague of mine was going to look for a hotel. Him and his wife were in town at a vacation destination. There was two hotels that were pretty identical in terms of their reputation. They both had a few bad reviews. The only deciding factor that she used to decide whether or not she was going to go with one hotel or the other was simply the fact that one of the hotels actually responded to their negative reviews. When my colleague asked his wife why she wanted to go with that particular hotel, was because she felt like that hotel cared about their customers because of the fact that they responded to reviews. And that's a fact. If you do respond to these reviews and engage with your customers and at least respond to the negative reviews, letting people know that you're aware of the challenge that they've experienced and that you're fixing it, it really, it makes the person feel listened to, but B, it makes people aware that you do care enough to respond and listen and try to take corrective action. And really, this whole reputation management process is an opportunity for a business owner to really get some amazing nuggets about their business that can help them take corrective action and move in the right direction and get feedback, sometimes constructive feedback, that can help them actually even correct the course of their business proactively. I think that's a very big component of this whole process that some people don't really talk a lot about. It really is an opportunity for a business owner. We treat it as such, and we've actually, one of the things that we consult on and we help our clients build is a reputation marketing culture where they respond to these reviews through alerts that we send them. We send them an alert that allows our clients to then respond to these people that have left negative reviews. And almost 8 times out of 10, Chad, when our clients respond to these people via a private message in Yelp or Google Plus or whatever, but when they engage with these people, half the time or more, that person will either change their review or completely delete it if it's negative. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. So sometimes it's just having the awareness of the situation going on and just having, because you can't take corrective action unless you have awareness first. So the first step is okay, that reviews are important, that you have a listing on these directories like Yelp and Bing and Yahoo, and you're getting reviewed every day on those directories. The question is once you have that awareness, what are you doing about it? But the first step is being aware of it and then taking the corrective action and engaging with people and treating this as an opportunity to really get feedback from your customers in order to improve your business. So the fourth part of the strategy is to what I was just talking about, which is create a reputation marketing culture. That's the ultimate goal, is to build a culture in your business where you have your staff asking for reviews when a referable moment happens. When you want to get to a point where you have your staff responding to these reviews on the directories by not only posting a public comment but also posting a private message and maybe even emailing that person in order to try to re-engage them and get them to come back into the restaurant or get them to come back into the dental practice or what have you, in order to correct that perceived wrong and move forward and potentially even have that person remove that review. So it's all about, really, the ultimate goal is developing that marketing culture, that reputation marketing culture. The way that we do that is, and the way that we help our clients develop their 5-star reputation, is through things like postcards. These postcards can be given to the person when they're at your location. They can be mailed to people. Obviously, the postcards can be mailed. We have a QR code on our postcards so that people with a smartphone can go directly to what we call a feedback page. That feedback page, I'll show you just in a second here what that looks like. But we just are doing the best that we possibly can to make this process of gathering reviews a very easy process. So the whole goal is to get as many reviews as we possibly can in as short a period of time for our customers, and so that they can ultimately build that reputation and then market their business with that reputation. So the second thing is here's the business card. So the business cards look very similar to the postcards. And you can see there's a QR code on here, and we put a short URL here so that somebody with a smartphone can go directly to this URL on their smartphone or their desktop and quickly go to the feedback page, and I'll show you that feedback page here in a second. We also give our clients email templates. I would recommend, if you're trying to build your reputation, that you have some sort of an email that you send out that would either take somebody directly to your review page on Google Plus or Yelp or Bing or Yahoo or any of the top directories. In order of importance, I would say across all business categories, the most important directory to make sure that you're managing your reputation on is Google Plus, followed by Yelp, followed by Bing, Yahoo, and so on. So those are the top four that I would say, just across all directories. And every niche has its own kind of list of top directories. Some directories are focused on certain niches. There's certain directories that are more important for a dentist, for example, versus an attorney. But the key that I want to focus on here again is that you want to have some sort of an email that you send out to your list in order to request that they review you on a regular basis. You want to send this out and just make sure that you're putting a link in there to either a feedback page, like I'll show you that we build for our clients, or to directly to your Google Plus page or Yelp page, etc. Now let me just go through, hold on, let me just back up. Here's the review landing page. That's what it looks like. So I'll show you really quickly what a review landing or a feedback page looks like, rather, for. So reviewam.com. That's the short URL that we use for people to review our business. Here's an example of our review landing page. You can see that we are marketing our business by putting down the we put actually our reviews here on the right-hand side in order to market our business with our reputation. And those reviews also go to, and here's somebody, this is a brand new review I just got yesterday, I guess. So this is, I didn't even know that was in there. That's pretty neat. So what we do is, our team actually posts all these brand new reviews not only to the feedback page, but also to our website. I'll show you what that looks like. And so we're drinking our own juice, if you will, in that we are posting these reviews to our website so that people can see them and see that people are having a great experience. So here's our reviews right here on our sliders. You can see that every single one of our sliders has a review on it, except for that one right there, I guess. Here's a review from Jamie Ressler. So it's front and center. Here's Dr. Bills talking about his results, and then we even have a testimonials page. And this is where we use a specific proprietary code that allows us to post reviews to our site and to our client site. So you can see how each one of these reviews actually references the third-party directory that it lives on. So you can see that, for example, here's Google Plus. Here's a Google Plus review, and if you click on this Google link, it actually takes you directly to my Google Plus page, where you can see that this review lives on that Google Plus page. So it's a very powerful way to display your reviews, letting people know that these are not just reviews that live here on this page. They live on a third-party verified directory. So it's not just us posting reviews that are not verified. These are actually living on Google Plus, on Bing, on Yahoo, etc., on Yelp. And we also post 5-star video reviews. Video reviews are very, very powerful. They're actually probably potentially even more powerful than a textual review, and we display these right on our website with a call to action, and we do this for our clients also. So that's something. So this is all, again, part of marketing our business with our reputation, and we do that not only on our feedback page here, but also again, we pull those reviews into our website, and we also post them to our social media. And I'll show you how we do that in a second. So here's how this feedback page works. So on those postcards and business cards, for example, again, what we would do is we would put this short URL here that you can see, reviewam.com, and somebody would just click on this, or they would scan the QR code, or they would go there with their smartphone. We make these very short URLs on purpose so that somebody can very quickly and easily go there with their smartphone, click on it, and then it takes them to this page. And this is our feedback page. So this page is for our eyes only. Any review that's left on this page is for only us to see and not for anybody else to see. So the way that this works is somebody puts in their first name and last name, they put in their email, they put in their rating, and they put in their actual review, and then they put in the area, the location that they're rating, and then they click on accept terms and post review. What happens then is they're able then to leave a review on one of the directories that we want them to leave a review on. So you can see that we're giving them the option, and what he's saying is thank you so much for leaving a review. If you liked, we appreciate the feedback. We would love for you to review us here on Google Plus or on Yelp. And so that somebody would click on this and would take them.
Are you still there? I lost you.
And we also send that person an email asking anybody that wants to really manage their reputation, build some sort of a system like this in order to get feedback and really manage their reputation quickly and easily. That's one of the cornerstones of what we do and how we do it. So that's let me go back into the presentation here. I'm just trying to, there we go. So going back into play slide. And it's not showing me anything. There we go. So video review marketing, that is what I just showed you on our website. We post those video reviews on our website so that people can see that other people have had a great experience, and we're just displaying those reviews as video. So what we do is we do something like we're doing right now, and that we do a Hangout with a client, and we'll record the testimonial over the Hangout, or we'll have them just record a quick video testimonial on their smartphone and then upload it to YouTube, and then we take that and we post it on our website and on our social media. So that is a very important part of our overall strategy for marketing our clients' reputation with their, or marketing our clients' business with their reputation. Another way that we do that is with website marketing, again, is posting those reviews, both textual and video reviews, on their website. Social media marketing is, again, just posting those reviews to their social media accounts. Maps marketing is getting those reviews to show up with their Google Plus page so that those reviews and the stars, more importantly, show up when people find them on the maps. Email marketing, we can make it so that those reviews show up in the email posts or the emails that you send out to your list. That is a very important part of this whole strategy, because we want to make sure that just like we showed off those reviews on our website, we also want to show those off in any emails that we're sending out to our list. And then finally, probably the most opportune time to share with somebody your positive 5-star rating that you have online is when you're sitting in front of somebody and talking to them about your business. If they're in your office and they're on the fence, what better way can you imagine being able to tell them, hey, look at us online, see what other people are saying about us, and look, in other words, don't trust us. Go online and look at what other people are saying about us by typing in our business name and our city, and then come back and see if the competition has the same type of a reputation. That will get you business 9 times out of 10 just by leveraging that strategy alone, right there.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
That's worked for me so many times with my references and things like that. So that's really strong. But keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the daily monitoring is Google Alerts don't work. So you want to manage your 5-star reputation by making sure that you are monitoring. Like I said earlier, you want to PM these people, private message these people in these various directories. You want to engage with them on some level so that if you do have somebody that's left a negative review, A, you need to monitor your reputation so you know about it, and then B, engage with them so that they can possibly give you personal feedback and maybe even change their one-on-one feedback that takes it even deeper so that you can make better changes in your business. But more importantly, maybe they'll remove the review. So bi-weekly reporting, every 2 weeks, we send a report out to our clients, letting them know of all the reviews that have come in. I would recommend that you set that up. And by the way, the reason why Google Alerts don't work in terms of monitoring is because 9 times out of 10, the person that leaves a review about your business does not put in your business name, and therefore it's impossible for you to track anything with Google Alerts that doesn't have your business name. So you will not be able to actually see when somebody leaves a review if you're just using Google Alerts, because the only way that Google Alerts works is that it actually will look for words that are being entered onto the internet. And if you just type in your business name, you're not going to be able to find your actual reviews out there that way. So you'd have some other system in place in order to really monitor your reputation. Daily review alerts, both negative and positive. What we do is every single time that somebody fills out that feedback page, we send the immediate feedback in an email to our clients. So there's actually 2 different type of alerts that we give our clients. One is when somebody fills out the feedback page, and then another one is when somebody actually leaves a review on the directories themselves. You want to continue to grow your reviews, and then you want to manage your reviews by only marketing the 5 stars, the 5-star reviews on your website and on your social media, etc. The last slide here is just creating a reputation marketing culture. This is one of the most important things that you can do. We do it in our business. Every one of my staff knows that they are to be on the lookout for any time that somebody says anything that's positive about our business. That's the time to ask for a review, to ask somebody to go and leave a review about our business. Because when we do that, we are more likely to get one, and that's what we call a referable moment. It's a time not only when we can potentially even gather a review, but it's also a time that we can ask for a referral. And we only ask for referrals when we've had that experience with the client where they're saying great things about us, and that's the time that you need to really a red flag should go up in my staff's mind when somebody starts saying great things, like a good red flag. In other words, I want my staff to say, hey, look, you know what? Now I need to ask for a review, and then we need to make sure that we're asking for a referral at the same time too. So the question that I always ask my clients is what's their plan to inspire their staff to give first-class service to their customers and to get raving reviews? We've developed a training center for all of our clients that is a series of 4 videos. Once the videos are watched, and by the way, this training center is simply implemented by the owner of the business by just sending out a link to their staff. It's a custom training center. What happens is the person clicks on the link, they go in there, they put their name and email in, they get access to the 4 videos, and they take a quick quiz. The quiz then goes back, the quiz results goes back to the business owner, so the business owner knows, and a feedback loop to know who understands the reputation management and marketing process. And this is all part of building that reputation marketing culture in a business. So that's really one of the most important things that we can do, is to build that reputation marketing culture, and we also take care of that with our clients. Now, everybody needs a strategy. And here's why. I just want to give you a couple of studies here. A 1-star increase, this is a Harvard study, and it was done with Yelp. And what they looked at is they looked at a bunch of restaurants. This is specifically for restaurants, but I think you can very easily see how this correlates to pretty much any business. A 1-star increase in Yelp rating leads to a 5 to 9% increase in revenue without changing anything else. All they did, no additional marketing, they just increased their Yelp rating by 1 star. There's another study that was done by Berkeley, and they found that on a scale of 1 to 5, a half-star rating increase translates into a 19% greater likelihood that an eatery's seats will be full during peak dining times. Very interesting. So this is real. This is real data, and it definitely applies to any business that's out there, and it's something that I think businesses need to be aware of in order to grow their business on into the future. This reputation management and marketing philosophy is really taking hold, and I think in the next 2 years, if you don't manage this process, a business will potentially be left behind.
No, I really appreciate you giving that demonstration. It was really excellent. A lot of wealth of information that you gave, and in fact, I'm going to have to ingrain more of that information into my psyche. I mean, I knew a lot of it, but there was a lot of really, really awesome golden nuggets in there, being obviously you are the expert doing this day in and day out. But like I said before, I had private conversation with you, met with a number of local businesses trying to get into the mindset of what I do on the side besides this show, and a lot of them really do miss the boat, and a lot of things that you said. And I remember recently I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, at a beauty or a salon, and she was deciding whether to go with Habu, which is the old Yellow Pages, or Yelp. And I looked at both of them, and she wanted to get rid of Yelp. And I looked at it, I was like, no, you want to keep Yelp and you want to get rid of Habu. I go, look at all the leads that you got. I go, but the only problem with your Yelp is look at your competition. Other salons in your general area, this one has almost 100. You've got 10. And out of your 10, you have 3 bad reviews. Right. So you need to work on the fact that if I see that, that's going to turn me off, and I'm going to go to the other person who has 98. You need to have just as many as that other person, if not more. Yep. And then here's how you do it. And just like what you said, I said, you should give an incentive. Maybe give a discount, free product, some kind of something that is an incentive for someone to take a little bit of their time out of their schedule. And I said the best place to actually do that, and this might be something, is to do it at the register. Yeah. When you're done cutting someone's hair, have them give you a review if the girl likes you. I mean, what better way to get them to do it and put them right on the spot and give them a discount right at that point. So I think that was a really good idea. She loved that. I said, if you concentrate your employees around that, you can change that reputation. But you're right. In the next 2 to 3 years, I believe I just read a study, I think by Forrester Research, and it said along the lines that more than 3/4 of all transactions in the future will be related to mobile. Yeah. So, mobile, and I know, we have little smartphones. I'm always looking up, especially now that I'm new here to Asheville, what's a cool restaurant? What's a cool place to get this or that? And I'm looking at the reviews. And if I don't see anything, or I see bad ones, or I see good ones, I'm going to turn to the person who has more. It almost goes also back to the fact of, like, when you go out on a Friday night and you go to a restaurant, if there's nobody in the restaurant, something's not right, So you'll leave and you go to a restaurant where you actually stand in line, and it sounds ludicrous, but you want to go out to eat something good, and obviously if nobody's in the restaurant, it's probably not that good. So you did make a lot of really great points. And if there's anything else you want to say.
I want to point out that you're exactly right, Chad, that it is important to get as many reviews as possible, but also as close to 5 stars as possible. Right. And the additional thing that I wanted to point out is that some review sites actually don't want you to incentivize people to leave a review. So Yelp, for example, is takes a very strong stance against that. They actually say that they do not want you to incentivize your patrons or your clients to leave you a review. Instead, what I do is I just do the best that I can to build that culture so that when somebody has had a great experience with us, it's my employee's duty to then ask that person for a review at that time. So I'd be very careful about incentivizing your patrons, your clients directly, but what you can do is you can potentially incentivize your staff to ask for the review, and when they get a review and their name is maybe mentioned in the review, there's nothing that I know of that says that you can't incentivize your staff in order to ask for a review.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for correcting me on that. I mean, you're right. That totally makes sense, and obviously shooting from the hip like I do on these shows sometimes. Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that because that does totally make sense, and you're right. Now, I had another question. In regards to what I just said, let's say, would you recommend for companies like small businesses, like local shops and stuff, do you think it would be kind of to their advantage to leave, say, a small computer device or something by the register, or to, like you said, coach your employees to, if someone, to kind of set it up, going, how was your meal? Oh, really? Your meal was really great. Well, was it good enough for you to probably leave me a review and maybe help me get a raise, or help the restaurant out to continue to provide that kind of service? Would you recommend that? But also, a second part of that question is, if you do that for something like, say, Yelp, if they're using your computer, is there a way that they are seeing that the IP address, though, is coming through the same IP, and that could go against you? And if that's so, how would you get around that?
Yes.
Sorry, that's such a long question.
I think what your question is that can you have some sort of a device like a tablet or something like that where you could have people actually review your business at your location? What better way to do that or capture reviews than to do it on location there, where you can actually see the person leaving the reviews? Because 9 times out of 10, it's like out of sight, out of mind. If the person leaves, they're gone, and life happens. And typically what our experience is that once the person leaves the location, your opportunity for getting a review is gone. So I always say to my staff, when you have that person in front of you, have them pull out their smartphone and actually leave a review right then and there. The way that we get around it is through those business cards and postcards, Chad, because what we want to do is we don't want somebody to actually leave a review on a device. I'm going to have to walk with you here because I get my battery. We don't want people to actually leave a review on their on a device that's in the location there, because you're exactly right. What will happen sometimes is that person will be that review will be flagged. It'll actually be flagged as a because of the fact that it's coming from an IP address that is the same or similar to other people that have left reviews. So the way that we get around that is we, again, build that reputation, marketing, and management culture so that our staff is trained to use those business cards and postcards, get the person to take their smartphone out. That feedback page that I showed you earlier is totally mobile enabled. So if you go to reviewam.com, for example, you'll see that it works very well with your smartphone. It's very thumb friendly. So you can very easily leave a review on that feedback page, and then it'll take you directly to our Google Plus page or our Yelp page. So that's the way that I would do it. I would, instead of having a kiosk or something like that at the office, I would just rather train my staff on using those business cards and postcards with the QR codes and the small short URL there, and have people go directly on their smartphone while they're at the location. Even better yet, check in while they're at the location on Google Plus, on Facebook, on Yelp, and leave the review at the same time. It's like a huge plus that people do that, because when you actually check in at the location, it actually verifies that you've been there, which gives even more validity to the directory that that review is a real review.
Okay. Well, Ryan, I know that you've got to actually get going here in a few minutes. You've got another thing to jump onto, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. We've had you for about 50-plus minutes, and I really appreciate you giving us the time here today. And I guess you want to kind of give everybody a little quick end of the program spiel of how to get a hold of you. I mean, I know it's on the screen, but we do have listeners as well.
Yeah, the best way to get a hold of us is just to call us on, well, actually, probably the best way is just to go to accelerateyourmarketing.com. That's ACCELERATE, yourmarketing.com. Or they can call our local number here at 619-313-4895. Again, that's 619-313-4895. And I just, hopefully I gave some value. I think that if you implement these strategies, you will definitely, I think just half the battle, really, Chad, is just being aware. Being aware that you have directory listings as a business owner. Being aware that people are reviewing your business. Being aware that you can actually create a directory listing or claim your directory listing and then start corresponding with people that are leaving your reviews. And then being aware that you can manage it and you can actually train your staff to help you build these reviews online organically.
Well, thank you very much, Ryan. You have a great day, and I appreciate you giving us the time. And everyone listening, thank you for tuning in for Internet Marketing Pro this week. We will again be back next week, and take care now. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you.